was worthless, but he had decided that their dirt would become his victory. My dear friend, to paraphrase the good book, all have sinned and fallen into a well of some description or the other. And there are many of us who have been written off, perhaps by our family, our friends, who think that we will always be a failure. Perhaps our efforts at work have been overlooked. Perhaps our friends don't think that we'll amount to much in life. Or perhaps, there's somebody that we admire the most who doesn't think much of us. Either way, whatever the situation, it mustn't surprise you that many will consider it hopeless to try and save you. But you need to remember that whatever dirt is shoveled on you is a stepping stone for you to rise. My name is Koji Yankson, and as long as I'm alive, I cannot be buried. Good morning, Ghana.
Joy 99.7 FM.
"30 years of joyfulness." Good morning and welcome to the news at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM, hits 103.9 FM in Accra, on Love 99.5 in Kumasi, and myjoyonline.com. We're also live in all 16 regions of Ghana on X Spaces and Facebook. Coming up, Ghana Revenue Authority abolishes 1% E-levy, ordering immediate compliance and refunds. We have details of that. Also, Ghana suffers additional blow of a 10% tariff on exports to the United States of America following a sweeping executive order signed by U.S. President Donald Trump. By U.S. Ambassador Virginia Palmer says Ghana remains important to the U.S. We'll bring you details of that, and we'll tell you what to expect tonight in Joy News National Dialogue DAB, from ashes to action, breaking the fire outbreak cycle in Ghana. That's live from 6 p.m. Stay for details. But before that, what do we have in business, Daryl?
Well, we'll be talking more about the GRA because they are directing all financial institutions and other entities to stop charging E-levy after securing Gazette notice last night confirming the repeal of the tax. That's coming up on the Joy Business Report.
These and more shortly, please stay. That's good. Now, the Ghana Revenue Authority has officially announced the abolition of the controversial 1% E-levy. This follows the President's assent to the repeal of the Electronic Transfer Levy Act 2022, Act 1075, and its Amendment Act 2022, Act 1089 yesterday. With immediate effect from midnight, all financial institutions and payment platforms are instructed to cease applying the levy and swiftly process refunds for any deductions made beyond this date. That's yesterday. Now, my colleague Daryl Kwal joins me in studio with more. Daryl, what's contained in the release?
So we've got details of this directive issued by the Revenue Authority's Edward Appitin Jamra. He's Commissioner of the Domestic Tax Revenue Division. On behalf of the Commissioner General, all charging entities must reconfigure their systems to reflect a no charge on transactions. Quote, the GRA Electronic Transfer Levy Management and Assurance System will automatically return a no charge on all transactions posted to it by entities for midnight. That's what the directive says. Entities found still applying the levy or failing to refund customers will face sanctions in accordance with the law. It also says a crucial part of the directive requires financial institutions and mobile money operators to initiate immediate refunds to customers who have been charged the 1% levy beyond the official abolition date.
Thank you, Daryl. But still stay with me. Let's go to Parliament now. The Minority on Parliament's Defence and Interior Committee has initiated a formal process to summon top security officials from the Police Criminal Investigations Department, Narcotics Control Commission, and the National Security. The move follows President John Maham's directive for state agencies to collaborate with the Assin South MP, that's Reverend John Intim-Fojo, in investigating suspicious flights that arrived at Kotoka International Airport in March. Now, Daryl, in the details of this statement, what does it say?
Well, the minority wants this joint briefing to be under the oversight of a Committee on Defence and Interior on Monday, April 7, 2025 at 11 a.m. in the Committee Room of Parliament. Now, the purpose of this proposed meeting is to afford the agencies the opportunity to brief the committee and provide updates on investigations being conducted into high-profile reported incidents of serious and urgent public interest.
But what are the exact demands?
They want updates on investigations specifically conducted into one, the operation conducted by the National Security in Sapeman on February 9, 2025, which uncovered 12 20-foot containers stashed with gold bars and currencies. Secondly, the high-profile busts of cocaine of $350 million worth and another worth $120 million, which took place in March. Of course, that's an allegation. There's two suspicious flights, namely Airmed Flight N823AM and Kavok Air Antonov AN12B, which landed at the Kotka International Airport from Gran Canaria on the 20th of March and 12th of March, respectively, and same believed to have departed back to Gran Canaria on the 25th of March, and which cargo they carried to and from the country. The committee would also volunteer information that will be useful for the security agencies in the conduct of their investigations into the specific matters under reference. Mamesi.
Thank you so much, Daryl. Now, chairman of the technical committee which investigated the operations of ECG and NEDCO has staunchly defended recommendations to privatize ECG after presenting its findings on Wednesday. Mr. Jabez Emisa Arthur insisted that the proposal is rooted in a comprehensive analysis of the operational challenges hindering the company's efficiency. He spoke on the Pulse. We apologize that we are unable to bring you that sound, but we'll definitely do that later on. Now, he also clarified that, however, the takeover does not involve selling ECG assets and by transferring the company's operations to a private operator. Now, the Public Utilities Workers Union pool has vowed to cooperate with investigators on the missing ECG containers while demanding swift sanctions against those responsible. The union claims it had previously warned about procurement flaws at ECG, but its concerns were ignored. Energy Minister John Jinopo recently revealed that 1,300 ECG-owned containers had vanished, with only 200 recovered. Some found in smelting companies for sale, but PU is urging government to take decisive action against all culprits. Now, moving on, President John Mahama has ordered Kitec Motors, a private business that has illegally filled wetlands and a water retention basin at Malam Junction in Accra, to remove the silt and restore the area. During an assessment tour some flood-prone areas in Accra ahead with the anti-flood task force, President Mahama expressed concerns about buildings in waterways, urging authorities to take tough decisions to prevent flooding. Now, moving on. The United States ambassador to Ghana, Virginia Palmer, has reaffirmed Ghana's importance to the U.S. despite recent changes in trade policies. Her comments follows an executive order by President Donald Trump imposing a 10% tariff on Ghanaian exports to the U.S., a move that could disrupt global trade relations. However, Ambassador Palmer emphasized that Ghana's strong ties with the U.S., reflected in a bilateral trade volume of $3 billion, remain unaffected despite new tariffs. Regarding U.S. foreign aid to Ghana, the diplomat addressed concerns over a 90-day pause on assistance, which led President John Mahama to instruct the finance minister to explore policies to mitigate a potential $156 million revenue loss. Of particular importance was the fate of $70 million allocated to critical health programs, including the HIV Last Mile project. Ambassador Palmer assured that life-saving initiatives would be preserved despite a broader restructuring of U.S. foreign assistance. And tonight, Joy News will later bring you together top fire safety experts, policymakers, and victims to explore practical solutions to Ghana's recurring fire outbreak cycle that has claimed many lives and destroyed numerous livelihoods over the last several decades. The Joy News National Dialogue, dubbed From Ashes to Action, Breaking the Fire Outbreak Cycle in Ghana, will trace the root causes of the problem and demand accountability from duty bearers. Now, we'll bring you details of that later, Joy News, but I understand we can now play the sound, and so here's a taste of what to look forward to.
SHS in Tamale. Now, Ghana has witnessed a couple of fire incidents over the last 7 days.
5 hours, and Ghana Fire Service is still grappling to totally put out fire that has destroyed more than 200 shops at Kantamanto.
Hey, helicopter, mama, helicopter. Pastor to do Jana in Swassa. Arentia, red man for a man for the Abronsan at 3. First of all, my best. Fire service, I told you, and so I'm coming to war. I'm going to say by a
First Things First by Dr. Mensa Otabil. Introduction. Our life.
And so the Joy News National Dialogue dubbed From Ashes to Action, breaking the fire outbreak cycle in Ghana, is live tonight from 6 p.m. on Joy 99.7 FM and the Joy News channel and across all our social media platforms. And that's how we end this morning's edition of Joy News at 6. Business is up next, but we do apologize that we were unable to bring you all those sounds that were accompanying our stories. Daryl Kwal is next with business on the Super Morning Chair.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Go me. At what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car? No, I don't change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so. This is the type of fuel where they want to. Cause now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir. Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mindset be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open there. Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel? Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you. Hey, they make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside? I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small. Go. Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
See, your rich auntie gets more from Absa. Your childhood friend gets more from Absa. Your favorite uncle gets more from Absa. Your roommates cry gets more from Absa. Digital solutions get more from Absa. Rewards be bring get more from Absa. 5-star treatment get more from Absa. Preferential rate get more from Absa. Easy banking and no ane Absa. Instant loans and no ane Absa. Bank papa party and no ane Absa. ECG accounting get more from Absa. Yes! Join thousands of Absa customers enjoying priority treatment, preferential rates, amazing rewards, and seamless digital solutions to help you write the next big chapter of your story. Sign up for an Absa account today and get more. Your story matters. Absa.
How secured are you? Let me ask you again. How secured are you? Say yes loud with confidence when you are protected by Millennium Insurance because it gives you great reliability and comfort. Sign on any of our products today, be it motor, fire, burglary, accidents, travels, bonds, liabilities, engineering, marine and aviation insurance. Visit our offices in Accra, Northridge, Tema, Kumasi, Kofridia, Takrady, or any of our 30 agents nationwide. Call 0302 766 631 or 0504 394 997.
Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner.
Brush your teeth every day and night. Up and down and all around. Brush the feeling bright. Brush your teeth. Brush with mom and dad. Underneath and in between. Brush the germs away.
Pepsodent, cavity protection.
This advert is FDA approved.
Reliable, check. Comfort, check. Strong, check. Tough, check. Tried and tested, check. Affordable, check. Comes in so many colors and sizes, check. Suitable for domestic and industrial use, check. choose quality, choose Syntex Tank. Available nationwide and comes with 7-year warranty. And remember, Syntex Tank is a caring brand too. Syntex Tank is strong and tough.
Businesses know how important it is to create a productive and supportive working environment by investing in employees' health. With a leading international track record, Apex Health Insurance is licensed to provide medical insurance services to corporate organizations and SMEs. We also have international LH Blue cover and TPAs to cushion you. Multinational companies, factories, and government agencies, focus on your business while Apex Insurance takes care of your health. Visit Apex Health Insurance office at Zion House, Boundary Road, Shiashi, Kumasi, opposite Prempeh College, Sofo Line, and Takrady Market Circle. For further inquiries, call 0501 562 962 or 0501 552 495. Apex Health, your preferred health insurer.
What's your dream this year? To pull up in a brand new 4-wheel ride? Or you want to travel? Where? Sentosa Island in Singapore? Or Desert Safari in Dubai? Or you want a laptop, microwave, brand new phone, TV? Chale, what you want, you can get with SG Ghana. Minya Ubecha 7Y. Join the SG Ghana Deposit and Drive promo and you could win the grand prize of a brand new Toyota RAV4. Simply deposit 500 Ghana cedis or multiples of it into your SG Ghana account from now till 30th May 2025. Non-customers can open an account to participate. Visit your nearest branch or call 0302-214-314 for further inquiries. This promo is regulated by the National Lottery Authority on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
Hi, Kojo. Morning.
Akwafu, you are a church leader. Would you organize a church program for, say, 1:30 p.m. on a Monday?
If it's lunchtime, why not?
Lunchtime,
Yeah.
So people should leave work and come and do some praying.
Yeah.
And then go back.
And go back to work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So if one of your staff comes to you and says, "Oh, boss, I'd like to take the afternoon off because I have to be at a church program."
Well, it would depend. I mean, if the person doesn't have any work to do, well, why not? But if there's so much work to do, I don't think it's something I would I would agree to.
So the
Bible talks about find a right balance. A false balance is an abomination. So there has to be a right balance. And the Bible also says there's time for everything. So there's time to work and there's time to pray. And so, yeah.
So while you're at work, the work comes first, right?
The work comes first. Yeah, that's priority. That's what you're supposed to be doing at that time. Well, if it's lunch time and you want to go and pray, that's your lunch time. That's your lunch break.
I mean, that's your time.
Come back.
Your time. But
at the important time, do the work that you have to do, and we are all happy. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's interesting to hear you say that because I mean, McDan has come under some flack for criticizing those who leave work to go for alpha hour and all of these things. They leave work to go and do that.
Well, I can understand his point. I mean, working hours are supposed to be working hours. So you do what you're supposed to do at a particular point in time. So if you're supposed to be working at the point you're supposed to be working, just work. If it's your break time, you want to go and pray. That's your own.
There are people who go for job interviews, right? And then they'll say, "Oh, I can't work on Friday afternoons because I have church program."
Then maybe you're not cut out for the job. Yeah.
But when they go to church, they pray to God to give them a job.
I think that there may be considerations. For instance, our Muslim brothers pray 5 times a day, and some corporate institutions allow for them to be able to do that. And so, I think that it also depends on the kind of work you're doing, and it varies really. So
Okay, well, we're talking about
it's a very dicey issue to discuss.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, us, we like dicey issues. We like the dicey ones.
Yeah.
So today we're getting into it. Yeah. Because as a nation, obviously, we want to be productive.
Yeah, we have to be
We want to be
productive.
productive.
And nobody should make excuses for a reason for which they are not able to work. But like, you have to go and pray so you won't work. I mean, I don't think that it resonates with.
Yeah.
Sabute
says we are late. But let me tell you this before we go. A man was drowning.
Mm-hmm.
You must have heard this story. A man was drowning, and a canoe came along and said, "Stretch your hand and let's pull you in." He said, "Oh no, don't worry. My God will save me." Then a fishing boat came by. He said, "Oh, look, just come closer. Let's grab your hand and pull you in." He said, "Oh, don't worry, you guys go. God will save me." Then a big yacht came by. He says, "Hey, you are drowning, no? Come, let's save you." He said, "Don't worry, God has got me." So he drowned.
Common sense.
Went to heaven and said, God, but you promised to, watch out for me. Why didn't you save me? And God said, "You idiot. I sent three boats."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So if you are going to leave work to go and pray for work,
most of the time we have to apply common sense. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Sabute,
we'll go now. Okay. We'll do it now. Okay. Don't worry. The 6 a.m. news was brought to us by Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. Absa Bank Ghana Limited, your story matters, and Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner. And now with some heavenly trumpets. Yes. Proper trumpets, Nini. The Joy Business Report brought to you by Omni Basic Bank, not just another bank. Safari Valley Resort, bringing you closer to nature. And MNC Properties, a member of MNC Group. MNC Properties, choice of class. Trumpets!
Hey, good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up this morning, Ghana Revenue Authority directs all financial institutions and other entities to stop charging E-levy and initiate processes for refunds from this morning after securing Gazette notice for repealing the tax. Also, some oil marketing companies reduced prices of petroleum products despite earlier forecasts projecting an increase. Plus, exports from Ghana to the U.S. market hit with 10% tax as President Donald Trump imposes reciprocal tariffs on majority of imports into that country. We have that story coming up. Don't go anywhere. My name is Darryl Kwao. Thanks for being with us. Hello to our friends listening from Koforidua on KTU Radio. The Ghana Revenue Authority has directed all financial institutions and other entities to stop charging the E-levy after securing the Gazette notice giving legal backing to the repeal of the levy. Here's more in the following report.
The Ghana Revenue Authority, in the same letter to the chief executives of the various charging entities, also reminded them that as of April 2, that was yesterday, the levy does not exist anymore. The authority therefore advises that they should go ahead with what they call a zero tax charge on all their platforms. This should mean that no operator from April 3rd midnight charge the tax. It has also asked all the charging entities to immediately kickstart the process of refunding levies collected from April 2 after the president signed the bill seeking to repeal the levy. The Ghana Revenue Authority reminded all the financial institutions and other charging entities that failure to comply with these directives could come with some sanctions, as the current law sees it as an offense.
That was a Business Desk report. The IMF has commenced a crucial fourth program review with government. Joy Business understands that engagement started yesterday. This is earlier than the August 5 date scheduled by the fund for this mission engagement. There have already been discussions on the country's tax revenue system, especially when it comes to the VAT system, and there are fears that government may not pass this review after it missed out on most program targets for last year. Others have also argued that issues of program extension could come up strongly during the mission's visit. Meanwhile, economist Professor Patrick Isumin is optimistic that Ghana will secure a waiver to pass a review.
Yeah, I think it's more damaging if no action at all has been taken and we haven't done anything at all. I think people talk about the performance target that were definitely missed. The inflation target would definitely have been missed. Probably the target on net international reserves might have been missed as well. But I think the following through, the fund will probably understand those ones, because it's not like we just got out of one day and decided to discontinue some things. So I think it's not great, but I don't think it will be too damaging. Also, we have a new government, and I think it's important that the government states its commitment that it is working to achieve those benchmarks. But I think once those ones are communicated, there should be a way around that.
You heard economist Professor Patrick Isuming. Now, some oil marketing companies have started reducing prices of petroleum products at the pumps. This is despite an earlier forecast which showed that prices should go up marginally. George Afe has the rest of the story.
Oil marketing firm Petrosol took the lead, selling a litre of petrol at 14 Ghana cedis 95 pesos, whilst diesel is going for 15 Ghana cedis 35 pesos. The firm has told Joy Business that the move has been influenced by their ability to negotiate some good discount on their purchase from their bulk oil distributors. They also maintain that another major development for the reduction in prices at the pumps is the performance of the Ghana cedi over the past weeks and the favorable outlook for the local currency. This has impacted on declining prices at the pumps. Some of the other oil marketing companies have also told Joy Business that they will keep prices unchanged. However, others have argued that depending on how competition react, they could revise their notes when it comes to prices at the pumps.
George Afe, a quick update. A market leader, Goel, has kept its prices at the pumps unchanged, selling a litre of petrol at 14 cedis 99 pesos, whilst diesel is going for 15 cedis 42 pesos. There are projections that favorable food prices could drive inflation down further in the coming months. James Ishen has more in the following report after food inflation dropped for the fourth consecutive month since December last year.
The data from the Ghana Statistical Service revealed that food inflation rate for March 2025 was estimated at 26.5%, down from 28.1% in February 2025. Here is Government Statistician Professor Samuel Kobina-Enim explaining the downward trend of inflation rate for food inflation.
So for purposes of our reflection, food inflation on a year-on-year basis was 26.5%, and on a month-on-month basis recorded a deflation of 0.2%. What we always need to keep in mind is the subclasses that we share with you. What we see in there is that the subclasses, vegetables, tubers, and plantains, contributes to the food inflation that we've recorded in the last 13 months. What actually contributed to the slowdown from 28.1% to 26.5% was the reduction in vegetables, tubers, and plantains.
For the subdivisions, food and non-alcoholic beverages recorded an inflation rate of 26.5%, while housing, water, electricity, gas, and other fuels recorded an inflation rate of 25.1%.
Turning to another top story, all exports from Ghana to the US market will, beginning today, attract 10% tax on them. This is in addition to other charges that are placed on these exports to the US. It's coming after President Trump announced what he describes as reciprocal tariffs on several countries that place tariffs on the US on their products. Now, Ghana currently imposes 17% tax on all US imports. The action will now make goods from Ghana a little more expensive in the US. Now, according to President Trump, the move will protect his country's jobs and products.
As the day American industry was reborn, the day America's destiny was reclaimed, and the day that we began to make America wealthy again. For decades, our country has been looted, pillaged, raped, and plundered by nations near and far, both friend and foe alike. Our country and its taxpayers have been ripped off for more than 50 years, but it is not going to happen anymore. It's not going to.
Donald Trump there. Well, earlier, Bank of Ghana Governor Dr. Johnson Esiama had warned that the escalating global tariff war, if not well managed, could hurt the Ghanaian economy and impact inflation badly.
These global factors could also have spillover effects on inflation going forward, capital flow, and could also affect exchange rate stability going forward.
Governor of the Central Bank, Dr. Johnson Esiama. Now, Chairman of the African Economic Zones Chamber, Dr. Richmond Kwame Frimpong, has called for the swift passage of the Special Economic Zones policy to boost industrial growth and attract investment. Speaking at the Africa Industrial Trade Show 2025 in Accra, he emphasized that a well-structured policy could help Ghana's economy.
We are calling on the government to fast track the passing of the special economic zones policy, which I believe at the moment is somewhere around cabinet, so it can come to parliament, it becomes an act, and it gives greater leverage over the Free Zones Act and make anybody, the MSMEs, the emerging manufacturing companies, and specific anchors like pharmaceutical manufacturing, like garment and textile, which throw up millions of jobs to quickly plug in and start working.
You heard Dr. Richmond Kwame Frimpong, who is chairman of the African Economic Zones Chamber. Now, energy management consultant Kwesi Tete is calling for a comprehensive review of the human resources of the Electricity Company of Ghana and other state-owned enterprises in the power sector to improve efficiency. His remarks come as government seeks a sustainable solution to rescuing the struggling energy distributor. Take a listen.
I will fully support a full concession, since that has the potential of eliminating the political interference in the power sector. Aside the concession, I believe there needs to be a holistic review of its human resource, with more strict measures to be put in place, since there are a lot of staff who are a part of the more functioning of the company.
Energy management consultant Kwesi Tete and the technical committee yesterday presented this report on potential private sector involvement in ECG's operations. Before we go, Investor Eye and today's edition stresses on the need to avoid clicking unknown links and conversations from unknown persons regarding the mobile money wallet. Let's listen to Shaibu Haruna, who is chief executive of Mobile Money Limited.
Anywhere there's money, there's also the temptation of fraud. And we always tell our customers that they are the first and last line of defense. And we tell customers that please protect your PIN, ensure that you don't click onto any unsolicited link that is shared with you, act on any SMS that you receive or any phone call that purports to put you in a raffle draw or anything. Please don't be tempted. It's a bait, and if you are in doubt, you just reach us on 100 and our agent will be more than happy to support you.
And as we conclude this morning, let's check the markets for you. On the commodity market, crude oil going for $73.13 a barrel. Gold went down marginally, trading at $3,134 an ounce. Cocoa went up by more than $700, going for $8,968 a ton. On the currency market, the dollar still where it is, 16 cedis to the dollar. That's what some forex bureaus are offering their clients. The British pound 20 cedis, 40 pesos. The euro going for 17 cedis, 48 pesos. The commercial banks quoting the dollar at 15 cedis, 50 pesos. More news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. As back to Winston and the team with more of the Super Morning Show and Trump's tariffs. Big story this morning.
Yeah, big story. We need to understand the possible impact, and we'll have that conversation later. And I know Joy Business will lead this. It's important to have an understanding of what it would mean. You know, we always talk about the possibility. Yes, there's always a possibility, but what's that possibility? Let's begin to put numbers to the possibility. Let's begin to put numbers to the possible impact. Let's begin to do the estimations. And it's only when we do the estimation that it would have a better understanding of the impact of this.
Yeah.
And globally also, what would this mean for the world? What would this mean for Africa, for instance? What is it that we can do?
Are we going to look inward more when it comes to trade?
Yeah, we can look at that. Years ago when we were having conversations about the decoupling of the world's economy, we had talked about the fact that because a lot of the people were moving to China, a slowdown in the American economy was not going to affect the world. We had learned lessons from the credit crunch and everything and how it impacted the world. I think the world is moved to China, except that America still becomes basically the world's biggest market. And today, that's the challenge. The conversations years ago has always been on the fact that China would be definitely the world's factory. India will be the world's office. So that's it. You see India, more of the IT, growing in there. China is also catching up, but mainly manufacturing more. And that's the world's factory.
Yeah.
Africa, I don't know what we want to do to ourselves. And so we need to have that conversation too.
Yeah, we started after. Let's see if there's a good opportunity to improve on what we've started so far. Let's see if China is going to be the biggest gainer when it comes to trade with Africa following this.
It could. And China has always been, it's always been there for Africa. China has always dealt with Africa. China has always looked at the business first. They've not looked at the other characteristics that the West has looked at. The West has looked at your democratic credentials and made a decision on whether or not to trade with you or not to trade with you. China has not done that. China has just looked at what they can get from you, and they've gone ahead to do that. But China also would need a lot of people coming into the United States to manufacture and send it to the United States.
Yeah.
A lot of companies, registered in the United States have gone to China. They're doing their productions in China. Even in Europe, they're doing their productions in China. It's just because it's cheaper. The cost of production in China is cheaper compared to other parts of the world. And that's what you get when you have a population on your side and when you have good policy also. Unfortunately for us in Africa, we're talking about the world's youthful population being in Africa, but that in itself is not seen as an opportunity. I just don't understand it. Anyway, let's go for inspiration.
It will take us back to yesterday's conversation. It always go there. So
okay, let's have our inspirational song for today. You remember the song Noble Nketiah's Yesudo?
Oh yeah, I mean I've been listening to it recently. It's interesting. It's come up.
Sing it. Yeah, so that's our inspirational song for today.
In the morning time, yeah. Wake up to the super morning show, yeah. Wake up to joy in the morning, yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning on the super morning show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
In the morning time, yeah. Wake up to the super morning show, yeah. Wake up to joy in the morning, yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning on the super morning show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
In the morning time, yeah. Wake up to the super morning show, yeah. Wake up to joy in the morning, yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning on the super morning show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
In the morning time, yeah. Wake up to the super morning show, yeah. Wake up to joy in the morning, yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning on the super morning show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
In the morning time, yeah.
I know where this man is coming from.
Could you ask? But when all gospel was reggae,
all Ghanaian gospel,
no, including Elder Miracle.
Oh, okay.
Of as many, Yasapon.
Yes.
No.
But you see, what you term
Yes.
as
Kofi Abraham,
what you term as reggae,
Oui.
what you term as reggae, is actually high life.
This one.
Yes,
This
high
one.
life. It's high life.
Listen to the bing, bing, bing.
Oh, listen.
The island. Listen. Life about it is the lyrics.
You know, high life. and I think you should watch my interview with John Collins.
Okay.
On what is high life. It's a fusion of a lot of, you know. So we normally would say, oh, but this is like reggae. Yeah, there's an element in there that makes it high life.
Reggae ni pew or gospel ni mpa.
There's an element there that makes it high life.
So you mean this rhythm is high life?
It's high life.
And George Dako's Akote Bravo is also
It's
high
also
life.
high life.
You actually do you know
and
that
some life
So
is
you see,
higher than others.
George Dako's
You know what?
Akote Bravo. It's high life. CK Man had done Latino infusions into high life.
Ebo Taylor.
That is all high life. You see,
Bob Pinodo.
But this is reggae.
Amachi Dede.
High life.
You mean Asante Achim Bob Marley?
High life.
Okay.
It's all high life.
Asante Achim Bob Marley.
It's all high life. Even Shatawale, I know my level is high life.
Okay.
Yeah, Jolly. I know.
I know my level, high life.
Elder Winston.
Did you high life?
Massa. High life.
Only
This
high
is
life.
reggae.
High
Anyway, here we are on a terrific Thursday morning. And we've got lots to do. Shall we start with the Drive Safe campaign?
Yes, the Drive Safe campaign is brought to you by Joy News and the Multimedia Group and supported by Toyota Superior Quality, Imperial General Assurance, Solid Protection. Always keep both eyes on the road and hands on the steering wheel and be visible. Drive with your lights on. That's how you ensure your safe arrival. In the Drive Safe campaign, over the weekend I drove through Ashaiman to Tema, and I realized that there were some riders, motor riders, Okada riders, who had vests with the name Responsible Riders Association.
Oh.
With a phone number at the back. And all the motorbikes I saw with that particular vest, they were wearing helmets, and their passengers were also wearing helmets. And then I came into the city, I saw one person riding a motorbike without helmets and two other people. So if you're somebody who depends on the motorbike, please always wear your helmets. And those of us who drive, always look out for the bikers, because they try to use the middle lanes on our roads when there's traffic. So watch out for them before you make any turn, because if there's a crash, the impact on them will be higher than the impact on you. So if you're riding a bike, always have your helmets, and if you're driving a car, look out for riders, so we all keep ourselves safe on the road.
We love it. All right then. Shall we learn how to say it right?
Yes.
And it's brought to you by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability, our hallmarks. And also Societe General Bank Ghana. The feature is you.
Something must be done.
You say either, I say either.
Let's do some pronunciation, shall we? How would you say this word? TWENTY. That's right, 20. Not 20, not 20, and certainly not 20. I think that might be the worst of all mispronunciations. 20, so then. Good grief. The word 20 actually originates from two Proto-Germanic words, twi, which means two, and tigiwitz, which refers to multiples of 10. The two words, twi tigiwitz, were used together to mean 20 until about 450 AD, when they were abbreviated into twentig. Now, much later, in the 1100s, twentig evolved into 20 and stayed that way until 2025, not 2025. So there you go. Now you know how to say it right.
$20.
2025.
Does where you come from not have an influence in the way you pronounce words?
Yes, and if the influence is a bad one, we help you to correct it. We'd say it right.
Well, I mean, in error analysis, we always would guess. And say, I mean, there's certain things that you can guess. So, the first source is ignorance. Certainly, if you knew, you wouldn't say that. The second one would look for mother tongue influences. If there's a connection, we'll say, mother tongue influences. We'll look for transfer of training, teacher-induced error. I mean, some teachers actually contribute towards that. You look at that, and then you look at what the media could also do, translingual, I think, and overgeneralization and others. But that's it, anyway.
And I mean, by the way, when we trace the error, what it means is we understand why you are saying it wrong. But it doesn't then excuse you're saying it wrong.
No.
We understand why you are saying it wrong, but we would like you to say it right.
Exactly, Coach. And the only reason we trace the source is because it helps us to correct it.
Exactly.
Once we know the source, we say in contrastive analysis that a teacher with contrastive knowledge, all things being equal, will be a better teacher within the shortest possible time than a teacher without contrastive knowledge. And that's actually comparing two languages. Look at that.
So
the difficulties
just because you've spent a few years in New York, so we understand why you think your name is Kojodori, doesn't mean we won't correct you and teach you to say Kojodate. All right, the news review now brought to you by Syntex Tank, you're strong, you're tough, and Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Happy smile.
You know that Kojodori got me. I watched that interview. He says, what's within the saying, Kojodori?
You know,
Kojodate.
We need to improve the processes so that we get the resources.
Well, you know. See language.
Yeah, so we have the BNFT, the Daily Graphic, and some of the other newspapers.
Absolutely, we've got the Daily Democrat here as well. But let's start with the Daily Graphic. It says that, which by now you know, E-levy betting emission taxes scrapped. President assents to the bill, and it's the first one in front of the Daily Graphic as well. And MIIF to increase royalty collection. I'll bring you details a bit later. Government as well moves to track excavator imports, and that is also on page 13.
What happened to the tracking devices that we promised years ago? Anyway, continue.
Well, that is also on page 13 of the Daily Graphic. I shall bring you details of that. Let's see what's happening. Well, again, 76 arrested, 100 excavators seized as well. Is at the back page of the Daily Graphic.
And there's another interesting story of swine fever in the north, killing thousands of animals.
And I definitely want to hear Winston's take on this one. Suspected African swine fever outbreak devastates pig farms in Damongo.
Well, let me give you the BNFT. Leverage natural resources, inward remittances for BOG recapitalization. March inflation eases marginally to 22.4%. CSOs push for local content, worker protection, and ECG reform talks. And there are other stories also on the front page of the Daily Guide. World Bank slaps government over mass dismissals. Kojo. Mahama scraps E-levy betting tax. ECG Container scandal sparks blame game. An opinion. Galamsey fights Yamutu. And there's a story on Ahmed Swale's killer. Charges amended and denied bail. Now, on that, World Bank slaps government over mass dismissals. The World Bank released a statement yesterday. It's a simple, straightforward statement that says that no projects in the World Bank finance portfolio in Ghana are currently suspended. You know, the story that made rounds yesterday online was that the World Bank has suspended two programs, the Tree Crops Development Project and the Ghana Digital Improvement Project, because staff of some agencies and staff of some of the units that are working on these projects have been sacked. And the press release says that no suspension whatsoever has happened in Ghana.
Great. I think we can read the Ghanaian Times. That says emissions, E-levies, betting tax scrapped. President assents to 7 other revenue bills. And also on the front page of the Ghanaian Times this morning, it says we need collective effort to fight Galamsey, and that's the deputy lands minister calling on all to help in the fight against illegal mining. Technical committee identifies 3 options for private participation
to look at local solutions to drive education and the outcomes we are looking for. Local admitters, local innovators. Now we are told that he has endorsed a science set that is a product made by Ghana's Dext Solutions. Once we have these, our kids will have their own laboratories in a pack, which will fit in their backpacks for school. I think this is a big deal for me.
Yeah, so these are, the three that is settled on. Entity concession. The whole distribution business will be giving out to one entity.
So we are not going to break down distribution. Like at a point, ECG tried to have the Ashanti business unit to run and then possibly create business units.
When there's a multiple lease, the distribution will be divided and given to different operators.
Okay, so that we can have Winston and Sons, MFI and Sons, and Kojo and Sons all buy into that particular space.
Exactly.
Okay.
Kojo and Son.
Kojo and Sons,
Son.
No, I'm Sons. I have two.
I have one.
So Kojo and Sons.
And Kojo and Son.
Winston and Sons is a prophecy, so I take it.
Hallelujah.
Then service franchise, which will deliver service to the homes.
Okay.
So these are the options that are available. Now the minister has looked at them. He's promised to go through, and then they would make a decision on what to do going forward. I mean, I don't know. We've tried this before. We tried PDS. I don't in God's name understand why there should be a challenge with the distribution of power and the collection of revenue. I don't know why there should be a problem. I don't know why ECG would sometimes collect revenue and underdeclare. This is simple. If you want to trace the collections, you can trace them. This one, you don't need rocket science.
But as with everything, the poison is politics. Yes. So every political party wants to, reward its people by employing them into these organizations where they have neither the ability nor the intention to do a good job. And of course, the opportunity for corruption exists. So opportunity meets motive, and then absolutely nothing gets done right. Everybody is pocketing the money rather than it making its way to the coffers. And the systems that we should put in place to ensure people cannot do that, we'd rather not.
I think that one of the things we've not done so well in this country, so the operational expenditure of ECG, this is where sometimes I think that because of the things that we've become aware of in the past, I tend to lean towards an independent structure. That does not necessarily mean that you want to give it out. We can actually decide, and it should not be difficult for ECG to have one collection account. Even if it has multiple accounts, okay, it shouldn't be difficult to audit those accounts. If ECG is collecting, if you have an entity that collects the money on behalf of ECG, it should not be difficult to know how much ECG collects over a period. I do not in God's name understand why we would have a shortfall of $1 billion monthly when we've distributed this power. It's in this same country that we distributed political meters.
What does that mean?
You didn't hear about
the
political meters.
You don't know the political meters.
This is an actual thing, by the way.
Yes, we distributed political meters. But my point is that if you're ready, and ECG has consistently been, we're going around, we're going to collect money, we're going around, we're going to collect money. I'm not going to go into the conditions of service of ECG employees. I'm not interested in that. Even though if they continue like this, we'd have to be interested in the conditions of service of the employees. But my point is that we can actually do this and do this so well that you would not need anybody to come and collect this for you, because the person who's coming to collect for you would also be paid.
And I know ECG actually has one of the best CMS systems for managing any power. They bought the Indira CMS system some 5, 6, 7 years ago for quite a lot of money, so they should be managing all these things very well. But Winston, if we manage to execute private sector participation in the ECG, what happens to our compact arrangement with the MCC? Is it going to open the doors for us to begin the conversations again to possibly get that 90 or so, or was it 190 million?
Yeah, maybe.
That the US took back.
Well, around this time, you can't be sure. This is a Donald Trump presidency.
So I have a question, okay? It's one of the why not questions. What would go wrong if the supply of electricity became a private business, and then every customer could decide which company they want to buy their electricity from, and that company would come and set up this, whatever the meter. Since we've already we've established the infrastructure to actually distribute the electricity. Every company comes along, pays government rent to use whichever lines that they are using to supply their customers. And then we choose which electricity company, like how we choose the mobile phone, what's it called? Providers, mobile network providers. We choose your electricity provider. The one that gives you the best service, the most efficient, the one who fixes your problems quickest, the one who doesn't cause doom so. And then you
Is this
pay
not
them.
nearly the second recommendation? Nearly, just nearly.
Well, we'll wait for the details of the second recommendation. But do we have time? We are 4 minutes in the BBC.
maybe we'll come back. We'll discuss that later.
There's
All the angles.
There's actually a concept of natural monopoly, and why natural monopoly should be held by the states. While it is true that capitalism or competition presents options and may, ultimately inure to the benefit of the consumer, the fear is that when it comes to things that are considered natural, it should be held by the state in the collective interest of all. And one of those is electricity. But we'll come back to it.
I think that's some socialist thinking right there.
No, it's not socialist thinking. This is something that even the advocates of capitalism would agree.
I don't know about that. You should read this book by Lomnuku Ahlija, Ghana Energy Law and Policy, focus on electricity. It tells you that this conversation that we're having about private partnership would start from reading that book from 1983 through to 1985, which means that the conversation about private partnership is not even today. And so the question that you are asking today actually even started. Somebody asked that question at the time that the Bretton Woods institution refused to want to give the country funds anymore. It started like about before I was born. And so this question gets very legitimate. And when are we ever going to have an answer to that?
Isn't it a pity that we still don't? Okay. The online review brought to us by Zenith Bank in your best interest and Goyle Good Energy. Goyle Yenara Yendia.
No more E-levy. Effective immediately. GRA orders compliance with tax abolition.
Has anyone tried to send Momo today?
I did.
Yeah, send me Momo.
I've tried to let me see.
I did.
I have to send you Momo.
Oh no, I have tried.
You should try with me now. Let's
no. But I have tried it already.
No, I want to confirm with you.
No E-levy.
No.
Kojo, do you believe it?
You sent more than 100 CDs?
I sent 800 CDs. I can show it. I can show it to you. I don't need to. I don't need to.
Is better than
MFA doesn't believe you.
I don't believe you.
Okay, MFA. Watch this.
No.
Look at this. No,
Photoshop.
Tax is zero. No,
AI.
Tax is zero. It's not AI.
This is such a relief.
But tax is zero. I don't need to send you.
This abolition of E-levy is such a relief for me. I don't do cash in any form. So everything I buy, I pay digitally.
And you have been punished, pa.
I have been. Look, when the accountant prepared our financials, I told him that look out for E-levy charges and let's see how much you are paying in E-levy, and it was a lot of money. So that's why I think this is good news. This is but let's not introduce the new levies we are thinking of introducing. We've been told that we have a lot of resources. We are going to optimize getting money from gold and everything. Let's give Ghanaians this peace of mind for some time before we think of adding more.
So when we come back, you'd explain what it means, effective immediately, and also the statement that GRA released says that there will be refunds if you indeed did a transaction and then you were charged. That refund, how
yes.
will that?
No, I mean, okay. When we come back, I'll tell you. But I mean, once the bill has been assented to, it becomes law, and once it becomes law, you have no business
charging. Looking at the process,
charging again. And what GRA indicated was that as part of the process, they had a no charge component. So once you
apply to
activate,
their system.
apply to the system. So once you activate the no charge, you cannot charge it. And so they directed all to actually apply that. What it means is that once you've done that, if anybody sends money, but if also before they issued the release, you had done that, you know how much people sent and who sent what, refund it to that person. As that's simple. Just as the telcos can give you interest for your money, they can also refund money when you seek refunds. So it's that simple. Anyway,
we'll
let's
learn
get to
more about
BBC
it
news.
later. Now it's time for the BBC News. That comes to us thanks to Fidelity Bank, believe in us, and Old Mutual. 10 years of greatness in Ghana, here for a lifetime.
Or bad for the sport.
Next, it's The Inquiry. This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
Welcome to The Inquiry on the BBC World Service.
It's infinite, all of the opportunity that space has to offer. And so it just draws the human spirit, it draws that human DNA of wanting to explore.
SpaceX has disrupted the aerospace industry.
Musk's concept was, let's relight the engines, bring them back, land them, and then refurbish and use them again.
Its trailblazing has been interrupted.
SpaceX does not believe failure has happened when there's an explosion of one of its vehicles during a test flight. I think it's consistent with their fail-fast philosophy.
And competition is heating up.
There are now over 500 space companies at play in the world today, and we're going to see that number grow significantly. And they are pushing hard, they're innovative.
This week we're asking, is SpaceX okay? I'm Charmaine Cozier. Join me on The Inquiry after the news.
BBC News, I'm John Shea. America's trade rivals and allies alike have criticised Donald Trump's announcement of far-reaching import taxes on products from across the globe. The head of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, said the measures were a major blow to the world economy and would have dire consequences for millions of people. China, one of the countries hardest hit with a 34% charge, said it would take countermeasures. And as our correspondent David Willis explains, even in the US, some are not happy.
The reaction from Wall Street has been one of alarm. It was said by one analyst this was the worst of worst-case scenarios. And another former financial advisor at the IMF said that this was very much similar to President Trump having dropped a nuclear bomb on the world trading system. And he went on to predict that the chances of a recession here in the United States were now about, in his view, 50-50.
Speaking earlier on the White House lawn, President Trump said a universal 10% tariff on almost all imports into the US would come into effect from Saturday night. Higher rates will be imposed on certain trading partners that Mr. Trump claimed were ripping off the United States. Here's our economics editor, Faisal Islam.
These radical changes are designed to bring about significant shifts to long-standing trade flows from European cars and medicines to Southeast Asian electronics and clothes. The aim of the policy is to get the US trade deficit back to zero, a total rewiring of the world economy. But shifting factory sites will take years, and price hikes in the US will arrive much more quickly, with potential knock-on impacts for interest rates. Most of the rest of the world will respond. A painful global trade war is inevitable.
In other news, Hamas has said it won't engage with Israel's latest proposal on a Gaza truce and hostage release deal, and that it accepts only the plan of the regional mediators Egypt and Qatar. Yolande Nell has more from Jerusalem.
Full details haven't been disclosed, but it's understood the regional proposal would see 5 hostages being released in exchange for Palestinian prisoners, the withdrawal of the Israeli army from parts of Gaza where it's recently redeployed, and the influx of humanitarian aid. There would also be negotiations on ending the war. Israel has been demanding a larger number of hostages be released at the start of a new truce.
Syria has condemned a series of Israeli strikes on its territory as a flagrant violation of its sovereignty. It said airstrikes resulted in the near-total destruction of a military airport in the central Syrian province of Hama. 4 people were killed and dozens injured. A scientific research centre was targeted in the capital, Damascus. World News from the BBC. Myanmar's military government says more than 3,000 people are now known to have been killed by last week's earthquake. There are fears the number of casualties will continue to rise. A spokesman for the junta said rescue and aid workers had arrived from nearly 20 countries. A BBC correspondent on the ground has described a chronic lack of resources to help the relief effort. Malaysia says the recently resumed search for a Malaysia Airlines flight that went missing 11 years ago has been suspended again. The Transport Minister, Anthony Loke, said the decision to halt activities was due to unfavourable weather patterns in the southern Indian Ocean. They hoped the marine robotics company hired in January to scour the ocean floor could resume operations later in the year. NATO foreign ministers are due to gather in Brussels later for their annual meeting as they seek reassurances from the US Secretary of State Marco Rubio about Washington's commitment to the alliance. It comes as European members expand their defence plans because of the dramatically changing US focus under Donald Trump. A new study has found the strongest evidence yet that a vaccination for shingles can cut the risk of dementia. Researchers tracked the health records of nearly 300,000 older adults in Wales. They found that those who received a jab called Zostavax were 20% less likely to develop dementia within 7 years. It's still unclear what's causing this, but one of the researchers, Pascal Geltzetzer, says some vaccines have extra benefits.
There's this increasing body of literature, of research, showing that vaccines have broader immune mechanisms beyond the specific antibody responses that they have been designed to elicit, and that these broader immune mechanisms may have benefits for chronic diseases.
It's believed the vaccine may reduce inflammation or help protect the brain. BBC News.
Welcome to The Inquiry. I'm Charmaine Cozy. Each week...
My body, when you wake up in the morning and you know the money calling, oh, you go work, but you know it's out on your side. If I believe with us, if I hold my hand and believe, oh, cause you know it's out on your side. And when you dream, no say I live for you. And when you hustle every day, when you wanna go, anything you do, I live for you. If I believe I live your side, fidelity. If I believe with us, fidelity. If I know I live your side, fidelity.
Brushing gets more fun with your kids with the new Pepsodent Kids toothpaste. Give your smiles protection that lasts. Grab yours today from a store near you. This advert is FDA approved.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
In September, 17-year-old Achue Soa in Teshimami, along with 461,000 others, will sit for their final SHS exams. When the exams are over, Achue will be the ringleader of the celebration. powder flying, signatures, and I was here some scrawled on every surface. But when her results are released mid-December, she may not be part of the 30% who would gain university admission. But what if there was another way for Achue to go to university like she always dreamed? Introducing Pathway by ALX. Your access to global universities, scholarships, and funding opportunities. Go to www.alxafrica.com to learn more. ALX, do hard things.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
1997, Toby fans.
Up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy. Joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy. Joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy. Joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy. Joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy. Joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up to
Or maybe should we ask K Waddles?
Who's that?
Waddle.
Pardon?
Waddle.
Who is that?
Or Barracuda.
Oh.
So accept the Waddle. If you accept
Which is
Waddle,
worse?
if you accept Waddle, there's no Barracuda. But if you refuse to,
You see?
Yeah.
No, but if your name
No,
is
I'm actually with you.
your name
I'm with you. I cannot be against
your
you.
name when you're in secondary school
Uh-huh.
was Waddle.
Uh-huh.
When you decided to contest for dance championship, you said you preferred Barracuda.
I never contested for any dance championship. I never called myself any Barracuda. Why?
Contestant number 15.
No, you didn't call yourself. People called you by that name.
No, the man. No, see, the man.
Adeti.
No, whatever. You see, unfortunately, I don't know the first song, but I know the second song, Smooth Criminal.
What is this?
But that's that one. This one we've gone past it, so don't worry. I mean, so DJ X-Ray would be on the ones and twos, like we say in Ghana. Then Waddle. Waddle will be doing the Barracuda. I think I like the Waddle. I mean, Waddle is okay. Or could you Barracuda?
So today on the Super Morning Show,
don't answer that question. Answer that question first.
My name is Kojo.
Winston, stop.
Formerly known as Waddle. Still Waddle.
You're asking somebody to stop.
I'm telling him, I'm with you.
Waddle.
Anyway, so where were we?
Dance champion.
Actually,
the guy actually went there. Dressed in.
Was it a capital town of it?
Dressed in, those days, the embassy pleasure. Yeah. The sunshine, this thing that the guys have been wearing. And with that gold sunshine, this thing. So the second, I don't remember the first song. The second song was Smooth Criminal. Then the third one is on a raga tape or raga on a tape.
You see how he can embellish details to make it sound like he's telling the truth.
But it's the truth. You confirm to all our listeners that when the people informed the distinguished professor, he came.
Informed the distinguished professor that what?
That his son was engaged in this.
In what?
Let me finish. He came to
St. Finish then?
He chased you to St. Augustine's College with a king, two of us.
When he heard I was engaged in what?
No, did he chase you to St. Augustine with the king?
Please, don't let me confirm one thing and then
you confirm that one first.
You used to confirm something.
When you confirm that, I'll answer. Did he chase you to St. Augustine's with the king?
Why did it happen?
Did it happen?
Mister, why?
But
did
it happen?
So you were chased.
So it happened. Because when the professor was told that his son, in whom he's well pleased, Jehoshaphat Kojo Yankson, was at this thing preparing to dance to Smooth Criminal, the man could not believe that his son, whom he wanted to be a scientist, having decided not to read science, now decides to further bring him disgrace by going to dance concert.
Kojo Afronita.
when I went to tell my father that, sisi what to aba me entertainment prefect. Nana into post or school in a concert in a pa. So that's what Kojo concert.
Kojo Afronita.
Oh,
Kojo Nita.
Oh, Kojo. But that's just, and look, if he starts dancing here, my goodness. I've seen him dance.
I just cannot reconcile that with the person sitting in front of me.
It's true. I mean,
so why are you helping him?
No, he's confirmed everything. My father went to the campus to
you were
kin him.
Entertainment prefect?
Yes.
In Maoli Secondary School.
Don't look at me twice.
Do you see his head? They used to call him Rasta.
Anansi.
What Anansi?
Anansi.
You used to call him Rasta.
Anansi. The boys called me Anansi for strategic reasons.
Dreadlock Selassie.
But surely, to be an entertainment prefect, you must know how to dance.
I don't know how to dance.
His was reggae.
Yeah, reggae.
He came to perform Lucky Dube.
Oh, they told you,
and they used that to vote for him.
Oh, no, it was a good manifesto.
What's part of your manifesto?
No.
Maoli boys hadn't seen a bald Lucky Dube.
No, my manifesto was great.
Came to stand there.
I
remember.
And they started. Oh, that's actually the song. Yes.
Voting left and right.
Oh no, I called Mama on the time.
It means.
I said Mama.
I'm not denying anything.
At that age, was a heartbreak song. So let's ask the story behind it.
No, which one is that? I'm not denying anything.
She said to Abapa.
No, but people like the fact that it was this.
You guys, Trump is behind us.
This man who could read a good manifesto. That's all.
So they voted for him, and from that
assistant entertainment prefect. Good manifesto. That's all.
And from that day onwards, Maoli Entertainment, ganja music, every weekend.
Oh, specific days for reggae nights.
They knew ahead that ganja was going to be
this is what they were voting for.
They
knew what they were voting for.
Oh no, I mean,
one sitting in
reggae is inspiring. I agree with what's his name, Buju Banton, reggae dancer.
Yes.
Yeah.
So tell me where you get your bread, Mr. Slugger. Pam, pam, pam.
Please,
Tell
he
me
didn't
where
go
you
with
get
culture.
your
He
bread.
came with Lucky Dubé. Why are you
I'm
trying
singing.
trying to enhance the guy's profile? Was Lucky Dubé no Bay?
Yeah.
He won on the ticket of Lucky Dubé.
Yeah.
And ganja music.
This tax expect.
The posters all over school campus. Vote Selassie.
People are upsetting my thinking this
Vote-
morning.
Vote Winston Selassie.
Lucky Dubé was a choice, you know.
No,
It was
no,
a
no.
good choice. It was a good choice.
And that was a good
Anyway.
choice. Yes, you know, the people liked Winston Amwa, you know, and they voted. That's all. We're there.
Because he wanted to be productive, he didn't go for chapel prefect.
No. I mean, I couldn't have been chapel prefect.
Otherwise, Anka today will be leaving work to go for Alpha Hour.
They actually, you know, the chapel prefect, they had to.
Alpha hour is in the night. It's not during the day.
So did you come to Malco Girls to perform by any
hour
chance?
I never performed that. No, I never performed that.
We've heard some
No.
before. He never performed that one.
Malco
we
Girls,
shared the
no.
same wall.
No,
I went to
didn't.
Malco Girls.
I didn't. No, I didn't perform there.
He wasn't allowed.
I was going to perform at
Don't say Ola Girls.
Yes, I was going to perform at Ola.
Why?
It was French club fanfare. But you know,
so you sang reggae in French?
No. You know, I was supposed to
Je suis Rastafari.
determine those who go and those who will not go. Unfortunately, I did not. I was not part of the ballot.
Passez-moi le ganja.
They didn't send my name. No, let me explain to you.
For assistant to the same prefect.
Oh, relax. French club.
How can I relax on
French
it?
club.
Okay.
So they didn't send my name to the school as those who were going to Ola. So I realized that if I perform, they will find out that I went to Ola, but my name wasn't there. So I went to Ola there, but I didn't perform.
He didn't perform. He went incognito.
I went, yes, but I didn't perform. Yeah. So I didn't perform there. Let me say good morning to my friend Charles Dagbe, who's been trying to reach me. He's Kosi Dagbe of iGarage. Kosi, I have your message. Good morning. Yes, that's it.
School days of Winston Churchill.
Yeah.
When King Herod was in office. All right.
Anyway,
well, the Super Morning Show continues. We've got lots to talk about today. And we've got a big debate that we certainly want your views on. Okay. McDan is catching some flack for saying that people are exchanging productivity for prayer, you know, instead of working, leaving work to go and pray. And others are saying, look, the Bible says pray without ceasing. We are praying now. We have problems. We are trying to solve our problems with prayer. And you are busy, you know, criticizing us for it. And the problems of this nation are because we don't pray enough. So let the people pray. Whatever time, day or night, let them pray. That is what will get us out of our situation. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you agree to disagree? We want your views. Send them through. Use the hashtag JoySMS when you post on X, or you can call us on 055 1111997. Who is that disturbing Winston's phone with text messages?
No, my very good friend Delali Doche, who's son of Justice Doche, sent a message. He says, "Tell them you quoted the then headmaster in a speech he delivered." In fact, the headmaster delivered a speech that morning of the manifesto. And I was asked a question, and I quoted the headmaster, what he said as an answer to the question. But I did it nicely.
Okay.
That, you know, the whole hall started clapping for me. In fact, the headmaster himself got up and clapped for me.
So Subani started at church.
No, you see, the headmaster had preached and said, you don't have money and keep it, you spend it. And I said, we're going to replace the entertainment equipment. They asked me, where are you going to get the money from? I said, from the headmaster's speech this morning. You don't have money and keep it. We would use your entertainment dues. In those, it was 1,500 per student.
So that's why you won.
It was simple.
Not because of the Selassie manifesto.
Oh, the manifesto too.
500 Ghana cedis.
Hey, CDs. Which one is Ghana CDs?
Old CDs.
That was like 15 pesos today.
15 pesos.
Okay.
Was
manageable. Is it 1.5 pesos or
15. Okay. Okay.
All right.
But
Shall
also,
we get on with it?
Let's get on with it.
Yeah. Also today, we'll be talking to somebody who has been very highly placed in ECG and understands how things work there. Everybody is curious about over 1,300 containers allegedly disappearing. Well, it appears he may have some answers or at least some perspective on the issue, which we are definitely going to enjoy when he joins us later on the show. We'll tell you more about that later. But Donald Trump says 10%.
Yes, he slapped 10% on us.
And you people say what? You don't like?
But this tariff matter, we need to really look at it. We export about $1.7 billion worth of crude oil, cocoa beans, cocoa paste to the US, right? So if 10% tariffs are being slapped across board, what does it mean for our exports? We only import just about $1 billion from the US on average, right? Of refined crude oil, vehicles and other things. So 10% tariff on us, how is it going to affect our traders and our businesses? Will Ghana respond?
We cannot respond.
But I'll tell you what is interesting. I mean, just about a week ago, the vice president received some students from Harvard. And in her remarks, she actually said that, look, Donald Trump needs to consider the fact that a lot of products actually come from Ghana to the US. And so, I mean, if we decide to do what he's doing, by holding back aid and so forth, if we also decide to hold back, it will not be funny. Well, here we are. It's not funny, is it? Okay, then. Let's get on with it. We've got lots to do today. We certainly want your views on church and productivity. Is McDonald right? Or, should we just pray without ceasing? Because that's the solution to our problems. We'll talk about it. Stay tuned.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the super morning show. Yeah. Wake up to joy, 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 joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning.
All right, let's talk water storage, and it's really rather simple right now. If your tank doesn't have the tortoise on it, then it's not the correct tank. That's right, the tortoise tank. Syntex tank is the champion of water tanks. It's strong, it's durable, and it's built to handle our Ghanaian weather. Rain or
disease, and in some cases, foul breath. Brushing your teeth every morning and night with Pepsodent Cavity Fighter gives your teeth the protection they need, leaving you with 10 times stronger teeth. Pepsodent Cavity Fighter you can afford at any time. Don't just use toothpaste that brush your teeth. Use Pepsodent that protects your teeth. Always remember to brush your teeth in the morning and before you sleep at night. Pepsodent has been educating Ghanaians on how to brush their teeth for 25 years. Pepsodent is recommended by the Ghana Dental Association. Pepsodent as well gives you the opportunity to talk to a dentist for free on toll-free number 0800 161 000. Talk to a dentist for free. You can get Pepsodent at any shop near you. For customer care services, you can call another toll-free number 0800 2030. Pepsodent, every smile matters.
So here's some exciting news from the bank with the coolest tagline, not just another bank. Yeah, you heard right. Basic Bank's new tagline is not just another bank, and we're redefining banking with a renewed commitment to making you a cherished partner, the happiest customer. Visit any of our branches to update your records with us or call on 0307 086 000 or 0302 758 555 or toll free 0800 100 790. Basic Bank, not just another bank.
Now, if you want to drive to wherever you want to go, if you want to get the best fuel that cleans your engine, extends its life, and lowers your fuel consumption, use Total's new Excellium formula. This Excellium formula has anti-corrosion, anti-wear, and it has detergent additives that lowers your vehicle's fuel consumption and reduces your CO2 emissions. Your drives experience the difference with Total Energy's Excellium new formula. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Now make sure you go to kingdomstoreonline.com for the best quality office essentials, equipment, furniture, and stationery from Kingdom Books. Now, they let you pay by Momo, and they'll deliver to your home or office in very good time. If you live in Accra or Tema, the delivery is super fast, which you can rely on. Of course, terms and conditions apply, and at Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
Well, MNC Properties, your home ownership partner, offers you affordable houses under fresh property joy, property management services, and sale of litigation free land. Take advantage of our premium listing website to advertise, rent, and sell your properties. Your smooth journey to home ownership starts here. Speak to us on 0302 551 915. MNC Properties, choice of class.
And renewing your motor insurance policy with SG Ghana is not just about getting reliable cover for you and your vehicle. There are amazing, extra benefits that will blow your mind. From now to the 30th of May, buy or renew your comprehensive motor insurance policy with SG Ghana Sound Drive and win big in the SG Insure and Win promo. You stand the chance of winning a 2-night all-expense paid stay for 2 at the luxurious Safari Valley Resort. You could also win 4 brand new tires or free car servicing for a whole year. There's more. Get up to 1,000 free fuel instantly just for renewing or buying your comprehensive motor insurance policy from SG Ghana. Call 0302-214-314 for more information or walk into the nearest SG Ghana branch to buy or renew your motor insurance policy today. This promo is regulated by NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. SG Ghana Sound Drive is underwritten by Salam Alliance General. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
And Toyota Ghana is giving you the opportunity to drive in style with the Toyota Starlet. It's sold by Toyota Ghana Company Limited. Now, if you're looking for a car which is small enough to take you everywhere but big enough to meet all your needs, get the Toyota Starlet. Powered by a 1.5-litre engine with a McPherson Strass suspension design, the Starlet offers a smooth drive, comfortable drive, and it has a sleek exterior design. It's got motif.
Anyway, yep, here we are.